Ullakut nakomi takunga hai hoyosi magama hawi maya kami sualo itaksi mamada hovia sullagat punga amaro ili taksi gumatsunga ami sualo pina suak simagalo lugi pivalle na simayatini atau sitakan itu ipigilla guma kutana John amagoli piyak simagalak simamata matsuminga pina sualo tatini ili taksi gumajaga John. Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy and pleased to be here to talk to you today. And it's a real pleasure to be here when I can see so many friends and colleagues that I've worked with over the years. It's a very different audience from what I'm used to doing my cross-Canada tour. So it's a real pleasure to be here. I do want to make a distinction in terms of one person here. I know that a lot of people have worked to get here, and there's a lot of people in this room that have worked very hard, but one person that stands out for me has always been John Amagwalik, who really was there right at the beginning when ITK started. So I would like to recognize John Amagwalik for his great contribution to what we are doing today. I mean, this is why we're all together. This is why we're involved in all the work that we do, both in economic development and in other areas. So John, thank you very much for your contribution. And thank you to the organizers for this invitation. I'm really pleased to be here, and I would like to thank the Baffin Chamber of Commerce and the Labrador North Chamber of Commerce for organizing this event and for the opportunity to greet the participants and guests of the Northern Lights Conference and Trade Show. As you probably know, ITK is the national organization that represents the Inuit of Canada at the national level. And we address issues of vital importance at the national level for many areas, including economic development, education, health, environment, and also addressing living conditions of Inuit. ITK's efforts are also directed towards the preservation and promotion of Inuit identity, language, and culture. The growing economic development opportunities and events like this conference and trade show demonstrate the vitality of the Arctic and the resourcefulness of the people. Inuit had a successful Meet the North Show in Edmonton, Alberta in 2006 that promoted the Western Arctic. Today, I am greeting business people, governments, organizations, and people of the Eastern Arctic who have come to showcase their achievements and to explore opportunities for entrepreneurial and business development. North has come south to demonstrate its capacity and to share its expertise and knowledge of the Arctic. There are three key messages that I would like to share with you this morning. The first is that the Arctic is a region of Canada whose time has come. Sovereignty, environmental, economic development, and social policy factors all support this conclusion. The second is that sovereignty begins at home. Canada cannot successfully assert sovereignty in the Arctic without supporting the improvement of civil society in the Arctic. The third is that the key to sustainable Arctic policies and creative policy making in Canada is establishing a constructive partnership with Inuit. We are as strongly Canadian as we are Inuit. We pay the same taxes as other Canadians. We carry Canadian passports. We follow hockey standings as closely as everyone else and are very proud of young Jordan Tutu's achievements in the NHL. There are 53 Inuit communities ranging from populations of more than 1,000 to as small as 200. Unlike many First Nations communities, Inuit do not live on reserves. We have chosen municipal status within our respective territories and provinces. With few exceptions, there are no road connections to the rest of Canada. Transportation is by air and sea. While jet travel shrinks these distances, Inuit communities are still isolated from the rest of Canada. As many of you know in this room, the cost of living is staggering. I can fly economy class at least twice from Ottawa to Hong Kong for the same price as flying from Ottawa to Pond Inlet. Essential foods and commodities are also very expensive. This jug of milk cost $12.99 when this photo was taken in Rankin Inlet 2 years ago, and it now costs $15.99. Country foods continue to be a very important part of our culture and daily lives. Hunting, however, has become very expensive. A liter of gas can cost close to $2 in northern communities. Tens of thousands of dollars are required to be properly equipped as a hunter. Incomes are often shared in order to support a hunter within a family. In regards to economic development, this is of great importance to Inuit, especially in the current global political and business environment. Every day we hear of the impacts of climate change on the global environment and economy. As Inuit of Canada, we must seriously consider what it means for the Canadian Arctic. The Inuit regions of Canada share many of the same economic characteristics. Cold climate, sparsely settled and remote geographical locations, and reliance on transportation linkages provided by air and sea. As well, many of the communities in the Inuit regions can be described as having a mixed economy. This combines traditional wildlife harvesting for food or for commercial sale, alongside a cash or wage economy. Inuit have made progress in economic development, and many of you have helped to do that in this room. We own air and marine transport companies, fishing companies, service industries for oil and gas development, tourist companies, and are joint venturing with various business enterprises. Inuit regions are becoming connected by modern communications such as broadband to the rest of Canada and the world. I hope that new and emerging communication technologies will play a greater role in northern economic development. We as Inuit need to be ready for the inevitable opening of the Northwest Passage, which will result in expanding trading opportunities with the rest of the world. A strong northern economy will better position Canada to face external influences as a result. There is huge natural capital in the renewable and non-renewable resources of the Arctic region. Exploitation of this natural capital is really just beginning. Our challenge is to ensure that development is sustainable and that a fair share of the benefits remain in the Arctic and in Canada.